I feel really bad.
Why?
Because on my Instagram, you know how they have stories?
Yeah.
So I get really, I feel like I need to, click through all of them and skip them all so it doesn't tell me that they're stories anymore. Right? And so, I'll just, tap them really quick sometimes when I don't want to look through any of them.
Yeah.
And so, there was one person that follows me who's, a burlesque dancer, and I feel really bad because, she got, a new outfit for her show, and she was asking her followers to rate it, and as I was skipping, as I was skipping, my thumb accidentally hit the meter, and it hit the low setting of the vote setting, and then it skipped, and I was like,
you a dick.
Oh, shit.
You a dick.
I feel really bad,
You should. You're a terrible human being.
I really do, so I feel like I need to, apologize to her, but I'm not going to actually reach out to her, because then that's going to be kind of fucking weird.
No, I'm sorry, they just know
then I'm just thinking I'm a big derail. No, I don't think it looks great on you. I mean, I'm not checking you out. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. Fuck! My bad. So, my apologies to Cherry Kush XO.
Sherry Kush?
Yeah, I feel really bad.
Really?
It was totally by accident.
That's the girl from Blue Stocking Burley Q.
I know.
Sherry Kush.
I was totally by accident, too.
Oh, you're a dick.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't. It was completely by accident. It just came up, and it just was the wrong spot. Literally, that's it. So,
nice one.
Yeah. And welcome back to the Punk Rock Order Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm a disappointed Cody.
We're the only podcast in the world with love, horror movies, meets the culture of punk rock. And today we're here to remind you to take your time when going through your Instagram stories. Don't be me.
Don't pull a Matt.
Because it was totally by accident. I feel really bad. Because I think about it, the self-confidence and, courage you have to post that to everyone, being aware that there's trolls out there.
Yeah.
Bravo, and then here I come just trying to skip through everyone's story, and I accidentally hit the lowest rating. And I'm just like, oh, God. Oops. So if she's listening, again, Cherry Kush,
Sherry Kush.
I'm really, really, really sorry. I swear it was by accident.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Anyways, today we don't have any listener participation corner because we had to we had to change our scheduling for recording last minute because the weekend of the 24th we're actually going to a bachelor party.
Whoop whoop,
and
gonna get shitty.
Yeah, and we're gonna have 2 band interviews the next day.
Actually, wait. So this recording...
Yeah, this recording's coming out for
It's gonna come out already after the bachelor party. So we got super shitty. Woo, woo. Talking in the past. Woo.
So yeah, that's why this is a little bit of an early recording, and so if any of the articles we read off today seem a little out of date, that's why. So I mean, just so we can go to the party and not be completely out of it on the recording and be like, sunny day, everyone. Fuck, and then you're gonna be in the background. You're so loud, Matt.
You need to stop.
So loud.
You need to simmer down.
Life. I don't hate your life. We love your life. No. And speaking of things we love,
this is getting more complicated.
It's time to talk about that one segment we love to do. Something you love and something you hate. Me and you. Do. Thanks. That was terrible. Back to bleeding ears quality. So, this is a segment where we talk about something we love and hate, no matter how big or small it is. It's a chance for us to be petty and vent, and you can relate to us and reach out to us on our Twitter at official PRHB and tell us what you think. But we're just gonna jump right into it. So, first thing I'm gonna jump off of is what I love this week. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right,
so there's a shop here in the Cherry Creek shopping center in Colorado called Pizzability,
Yeah.
And you'd actually love this place too. Like, so it's a pizza joint, but they actually create jobs for adults with disabilities.
Yeah.
So like from everything from like whether it's physical or mental disabilities or developmental in any sort of way, like they create jobs for these people to come in. They actually help run the pizza shop and like serve out gelato and make pizzas, and actually like is still value in them, and it's actually really awesome. Like I went on their Facebook and their website, and it was founded by a teacher who taught special eds and saw a need for a workforce to be created for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
And I think it's just so awesome because it's like, I think when we think of jobs with people for disabilities, we always think of something of like working at the theme park or like Walmart or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with doing those jobs. But it's just nice to see that now there's a new like workforce that, people who have disabilities can actually go into. And like, I understand like making pizza is kind of like one of the easier things to make.
Yeah.
But it's also like they're like feeding people, and like if you go on their like Facebook and read their reviews, like all of it is just like how great the pizza is and the gelato and everything. And I just think it's really awesome, man. It made me feel good.
That's good.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
That's what I love this week. So look up Pizzability. It's literally a non-sponsored thing. I just think they're awesome. Check them out on Facebook, and if you're in Cherry Creek, go and get a pizza slice from them and tell them that the Punker Core podcast sent you, and that'll be really confusing because they probably don't know who we are.
Best part would be like if the cashier was just like, "Shut the fuck door." No way.
That would be pretty great. No,
that's great.
And I'd be like, "Yeah, guys, shucks." It'd be pretty sweet. It'd be the cherry on top of the good feeling sundae.
Yeah.
So, the thing I hate though. So, as I mentioned, no matter how petty it is, when it comes to something in love we wouldn't hate, we're always going to... It varies on the spectrum. Sometimes we talk about hot political issues that, affect everyone. Sometimes we talk about small shit that don't make the difference in the world, but just piss us off. And sometimes we're in the middle. This is going to be in the middle. I just kind of hate the fact that, Trump jokes aren't funny anymore. It's fucking... it's frustrating, dude, because it's like... It's like this weird thing that has happened in the climate of political whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
And so it's like right-wing conservatives have kind of gone a little more quiet and do still jabs at Democrats and liberals here and there. But it's on the left side, holy shit. Every Democratic, liberal, or party affiliated person who doesn't like Trump, just keeps posting shit on Facebook about hating Trump. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the guy, but I can't believe I'm gonna say this, I'm kind of getting tired of it. It's always on my fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
All the time, and I'm just it's not even fun to make fun of him anymore. It's just it's just annoying now.
Well, and it's funny because it's the reality is way more ridiculous than any joke you can think of.
Right.
When it comes to the guy, my favorite meme out of all of that stuff is the one about the Onion. So it was the Onion is shutting down because everything happening in true politics is so ridiculous that we can't even make fun of it. Can't think of anything funnier than what's actually happening.
Well, it's it's anything Trump related. Even when they're trying to take shots at him or reposting those pictures of Twitter responses to him, and I'm just dude, it's not even fucking funny anymore. There's we're all on the same level. I'm pretty sure there's a fair number of right wings at this point who are just yeah, we backed the wrong guy. And everybody's already gets it. We're fucked up, and yet they're still it feels honestly, and maybe this is you can disagree with me or agree with me, but it feels it's that kid at the dinner table, the angry cousin who's just mad at the world.
Yeah. And
just you're just talking about anything, and they're just yeah, and you know what? Fuck Trump. It kind of just feels like that, right? Where you're just yeah, I mean, we had a long drive down here. It was really nice. Oh, we're looking really forward to the dinner tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be really nice. Yeah, it's going to be really good. Oh, man, I hope the weather is good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, what do you think, Jacob? Fuck Trump. Okay, Jacob. That's how it kind of fucking feels now.
Yeah.
And especially whenever, a tragedy comes up. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's be honest here, dude. Trump is going to say something about any tragedy that happens, and we all know it's going to be stupid in some way.
Yeah.
And then the fucking, like, everybody blows it up. Like, the media, it's whatever. But fucking, like, everybody on my Facebook blows it up, and I was like, I get it. He's a fucking asshole. We're all on the same page here. Yeah. You're not giving me any new info.
Yeah.
Like, and then, like, I hate the response to that. It's like, well, then maybe you're just not paying attention. No, I'm paying attention. It's every fucking where I go.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean...
No, it's the same. Like, I don't know. To me, like, I always just get... Like, I get sad for two reasons when I hear about tragedies.
Yeah.
One, I get sad from, like, fucking, come on. Seriously, like, just sad for humankind in general.
Right.
And then the other part that I get sad about, I'm just kind of like, well, alright, here comes all the, let's blame the fucking libtards. Let's blame the Republicans. It's their fault. It's Trump's fault. Now it's video games' fault.
Right.
You know, that kind of shit. I'm just like, why? Why is that?
Right.
Why does it have to be like that? Why can't it be like, oh my god, this is a tragedy. Let's figure out how to fix it. No, let's hate these people because they want to take your things away.
Well, and like,
dude... Alright, man.
Well, and it's like, there's a reason why talented comedians aren't making Trump jokes anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like even Patton Oswalt, like, was just like... I think it was him. I feel like it was his stand-up, his most recent one, where he's like, I'm not even gonna try. Like, it's just, I'm not making jokes. Because he was talking about, like, how people want him to make jokes about Trump. And he's like, I can't. He does it by himself.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I mean, that's what even fucking South Park said.
Yeah.
So.
Like, and it's just like, and then it's like people on the left are being very instigating about it, like trying to get you mad at him. I was like, look, we all hate the guy, but I don't really see a revolution starting where we're gonna like storm White House and like, you know.
No, it's Area 51, bro.
It's
Area 51.
Like,
let's go, Kyle.
Like, that's the funny part. Is like we're all willing to sign like a mass petition to like pretend go invade Area 51, but like if we all actually like took the time and actually signed a petition and reached out to our congressmen, and actually went that route, we could probably have a better effect on the country. Yeah. But no, it's like million of us sign up for fucking Naruto running, and I get it. Like, it's supposed to be fun, like whatever.
It's a joke.
But it's just like you feel me?
I get you.
Like, it's just dumb. Trump jokes aren't funny anymore. And again, to reiterate, I'm not a fan of the guy, so don't bother reaching out to me and asking me anything about, well, what do you think about this? Because I'm literally going to ignore you, because I just don't think Trump jokes are funny anymore. I think the dude's an idiot, but that's, I mean, same thing as Patton Oswalt, South Park, and everyone else has said. You can't add any more to the humor.
Can't really, no. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of jumping on that with the whole, like, especially, like, on that hate bandwagon, mostly just because, like, I'm tired of seeing, like, you know, this tragedy happens, like, what's Trump gonna do? What isn't he gonna do? What's the left gonna do? What's the right gonna do? It's their fault. No, it's the left's fault. And, like, just hearing all that.
Right.
It's like, how about we actually try and focus on fixing these tragedies in general?
Right.
So.
No, I feel you, man.
Instead of just blaming the left or the right, instead, you know, just, like, you know, shake hands for once and just be like, all right, let's try and figure this out. Yeah. No, but funny enough, and then the thing that I love is actually The Boys.
Yeah.
So I finally finished it.
Fucking The Boys is tight, man.
Shit, man. And then, but, like, also, like, the reason why I say funny enough is, like, the political satire that's in that show also is just, geez, holy shit.
Yeah.
So, like, but no, that show is legit. Carl Urban is, like...
Oh, Carl Urban.
He's
our man crush.
He really is. He's fucking amazing.
Fucking Carl Urban is the shit, dude.
And then,
like, and I hate action movies, but I fucking love Carl Urban, so I'll watch anything with him in it.
And then, so if you haven't seen The Boys, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but just straight up, Homelander is, like, the biggest reason you should even watch that show.
Yeah.
Like... God damn, man, that ending.
Talk about
perfect
on point writing.
Yeah, just fuck. I still can't get over that was the ending.
Like, one thing I will make fun of it though is like, so like Jeff Bezos, like the dude who owns Amazon, and like I don't know how much like control he has over it, but so like I feel like Amazon should have way more money.
Yeah.
For like special effects, because I'm not gonna lie, even though The Boys is solid, its CG effects lack here and there.
Yeah, there were some points that were a little rough, but...
Like, without giving anything away, the plane scene, like, was really kind of rough to look at, just because, like, You can tell.
Yeah, but I think you're just so caught up in what like everything else that happened around that scene that you forgive it a little bit.
Well, I'm just hoping they get a better effects budget for next season.
Yeah, apparently they already did. Fucking from what they already said about filming episode 1, they're like, holy shit.
Like, Jeff probably walked in on the meeting and is just like, here, could you sell some nice effects? And they pulled out, like, a wad of whatever out of his pocket. Because he's the fucking richest guy in the world right now, so.
Seriously. No, you know what I think is funny, though, about The Boys is that, like, Netflix is already trying to do its own, like, superhero show now. Like, grown-up superhero show.
What are they trying to do?
I can't remember. I just remember seeing this, like, white-haired dude in some spandex and whatnot.
No, Netflix.
White and gold.
No, don't be a DC. Don't try to keep up. Just do your own thing.
I know.
Fucking, I try to... Like, Netflix is a dying breed, man. Like...
It might... Probably, man. Like, as shitty as it is, well... Okay, it's what, I think my buddy Cole said about streaming. There's just too many options.
Yeah.
And it's just killing it all because there's way too many options. Like, if I want to watch, let's say I wanted to watch, Futurama that used to be on Netflix, now it's only on Hulu.
Yeah.
And like all kinds of stuff like that. But then there's also, if I want to watch the new Twilight Zone, I have to get subscribed to ABC or NBC like Plus and stuff. It's just like,
well, that's why
fucking hell, man.
And then fucking Disney comes out of nowhere and is like, here, you're getting all of our content. You're getting Hulu. Oh, also you like sports, you're getting ESPN as well.
Yeah.
And guess what? You only have to pay $12.99.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, that's gonna. If that doesn't kill Netflix, I'm gonna be surprised.
I know.
Like they basically just like cut the nutsack off of like fucking Netflix.
I know, especially because Netflix is gonna be losing all the Disney movies that's already on there.
Yeah.
And content.
And don't forget Star Wars,
Marvel. Yeah, it's gonna lose all
Fox.
that content.
They now have Fox, so like you're probably gonna see a shit ton of Fox properties.
Yep.
Like
Alien's a princess. Changed my mind.
Say what?
I said the alien is a princess. Alien's a princess. It's a Disney princess. Changed
no,
my
it
mind.
Totally is. It's totally a fucking princess.
Because they call it an alien queen, so that means all of her offspring are princes and princesses.
Fucking counts now.
That's right, Prince Eric. You're gonna get your face eaten off.
When you wish upon it. Oh my god! as like fucking the alien starts ripping apart the prince fucking beast. The Beauty of the Beast. Just like, holy shit!
That's when Bella's like, man, that would have been terrible if I was locked in that castle for several days and no one tried to help me.
Is fucking Predator a Fox property?
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking of this skit for Robot Chicken, where like it's like Alien versus Predator, but they're like
on a date.
Yeah, they're like.
The Predator's all like a douchey, hardcore
and
sports jock.
It's like the old, like that old dating game where like the pop-ups would appear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Blind date.
Blind date. Yeah.
God, I'm so sad that I know that.
And it's just like fucking like deal breaker in 3, 2, mouth.
Yeah. Oh God, my shoulder. Oh, you bitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got too excited. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Blows them both up.
Like, we need that now. Like, now that means Predator's a princess.
Yeah, because there are female predators. How do they reproduce?
Like,
that's right.
Like, it's gonna like hunt the other princesses. like that Predator and Mulan are gonna fucking throw down.
Yeah. Oh my God, they need to do something like what they did for the Predators. The Predator movie.
Yeah.
How they had a claymation of Predator killing Santa and all of his reindeer and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they have to do that with princesses now.
Who do you think would get killed off first of all the princesses?
I'd say Snow White or Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah, I guess Sleeping Beauty would be too easy of a target.
Yeah. And then I'd say in the very end, final battle is going to be Mulan and the Predator.
Well, it's either going to be Mulan or Merida from Brave.
Oh yeah, that's true. I could see it 2-on-2.
It's gonna be one of them, like right.
Yeah.
Like they're the two ones at the most like survival
instincts.
Like Moana,
Snow White wouldn't. I feel like she would send off her
her little
her dwarves. Send the dwarves off to get the predator.
Like fucking Predator's just like standing there as they're like, here, leave our princess alone. Predator's like,
seriously,
it just like cuts them all in half with his like arm blade. Fucking right. And then I guess like Moana would be a threat if they're near water, because like that's her only ability. It's not even her ability. The water just comes saves her.
Yeah.
So yeah, Moana would be an easy kill.
She could sing to a fire monster. That's what she got.
It comes me.
But
okay, I was gonna say that my choice would be who the easiest pick off would be from Wreck-It Ralph. What's her name? The one with the cart that has like all the like candy in her hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember.
Like she's the glitch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, her. I feel like she would be the first one, because all he has to do is sabotage her cart.
Yeah.
And just fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like Wreck-It Ralph himself may be able to come help, but
I don't know. I feel
like
it just has to be the princesses.
Yeah, it has to be the princess. Fuck yeah. So it would basically just be Merida and Mulan would be the only ones standing their ground.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, what's Belle gonna do? Throw books at him?
No, she never got trapped into the castle, so she never became a princess.
Yeah, it would be like when she's like running to the castle, like, and that's when he gets her in the woods. You see the 3 dots come on her forehead, and then pew!
Yep.
Just like that. And that's how all the Disney princesses would die.
Yep, pretty much.
Like, and Maleficent would show up to, like, fucking find Sleeping Beauty. She's like, oh, right. Oh, my God. And she's like, her skin spread out and just the corpse.
Yeah, generally, she should be hung up.
Yeah. She's like, holy shit. Who did this?
Fucking Snow White would be crying through the forest as she sees all the dwarves' heads on spikes.
Like, fucking, and then, like Maleficent will be freaking out, just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my, oh my. There we go. So fucking.
Yeah.
Anyways, point being is like Disney's gonna fucking just like destroy Netflix, because like Amazon will probably stand on its own. Because you can add channels on, and they have a decent selection, and now with shows like Boys, if they keep it up, like Netflix is going to be eclipsed.
Well, and Amazon Prime's also like funded by, like, also gets funding through the actual buying from Amazon, so there's no reason.
Well, and you have to even like this because they do a yearly price, because they have more price selections.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
That is your better deal, is paying once a year.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, like. Netflix can't offer that.
Yeah, I know. So pretty much.
And then Hulu's got it capped out because they're going to be taken care of by Disney.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, like no way.
The second that I saw that Disney like bought most of the stocks of Hulu, like way back when, I was like, Hulu's set. Like, Hulu was struggling there for a bit because all they offered was TV, while Netflix was giving us, like, Prime movies.
Yeah.
And then when Disney was like, you know what, we're going to take Hulu, I was like, oh, fucking,
that's
goodbye,
it, man.
Netflix.
And talk about a ballsy move, too, from Disney. Not only getting Disney, ESPN, or Hulu, but you're getting it for, like, $3 less, at least, than what a Netflix account costs.
Yeah, I know.
Like, damn, talk about, that's a power move. Holy shit.
I know.
Like... That's just like, that's fucking Disney looking at Netflix and going,
yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, Netflix is... Oh, man, I mean, if Netflix can pull out somehow, good luck, man, but...
The only thing I think of is, like, their Netflix originals have to start taking off like HBO originals.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot riding on The Witcher right now.
Yeah.
A lot.
Dude... Like,
a lot.
Fucking, the only reason I want to keep my Netflix is just watch Mindhunter.
Yeah.
But, like, as soon as I hear Mindhunter's on, like, Hulu or something else, I'm totally canceling it. I'm not gonna lie, Stranger Things is cool and all, but, like, season 1 down has just gone down in quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I really have no want to watch season 3.
I was gonna say, my buddy Ian, he has actually a really good theory about that. It's because it's like eating the very first potato chip out of a bag. Like, you're going to get the same quality of potato chip in the next chip, but it doesn't taste as good because you've already been exposed to it.
Yeah.
So it's the same with Stranger Things. Because, like, I really liked Season 2. I thought it was pretty solid.
Right.
But, like, I didn't think it was as good as Season 1. And it's because of that. Like, there were still new elements in season 2 that I really liked. I could have done without the whole emo thing.
Yeah,
like,
where goes and joins a group of kids just like her.
Yeah, a group of ragtag hoodlums.
Because that's never happened before. Oh, wait, season 1.
Yeah. So, I could have done without that, but other than that, like, it was pretty good. And so, like, but it was the same theory. Like, it wasn't as good as the first season because that was the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
But I will say that the first season was better quality. But I'm excited to watch season 3. I got to make sure I watch it before
And then they're fucking, like, making Rock, like, in Deadpool 3, and I really don't know how I feel.
Oh, that's just a rumor. I don't know if he's actually going to be in it.
I don't know, man.
I bet, dude, I mean, he is the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, but it's like what I was telling you the other night, man. Like, his humor is so much different than Ryan Reynolds' humor.
No, I know.
Like, his humor is totally like, cliche, like, guy humor. Where Ryan Reynolds is perfect, like, dark humor.
Yeah,
like, it's actual funny dark humor, where it's not like you're supposed to laugh at it because it's fucked up. Like, it's actually fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a reason why The Rock has never gone into that realm. Because he's good at macho guy kind of humor.
Yeah, well, that and a little bit more childish humor.
Yeah, and, like, it's whatever. Like, he does great in that. Like, no shade. All I'm just saying is just, like, I just don't think that's a good casting choice.
No.
Like, and to be fair, Deadpool 2, when that came out, like, there's a lot of back and forth of who should have been Cable, and, like, Josh Brolin being Cable actually came through, and it was actually really good.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought Josh Brolin was perfect as Cable. Like, my only worry was, like, but you're Thanos.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but, like, Rock being in Deadpool, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll actually, like, come out, he'll be in the role, and he'll actually be really fucking funny, and it'll work for it, and I'm just wrong. Or maybe I'm fucking right, and it's gonna shit itself.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see if Disney's even gonna stick with the rated R thing. Because they already said they were going to at first, but it's Disney. Disney does what it wants.
I mean, they have the fucking money, man.
I know.
Like, it would take a mass amount of people to stop watching Disney stuff for them to change how they're doing. And even then, dude, it would only have to be certain things that they would change. They wouldn't change their whole entire format.
Oh, no. No, it's the same. It's, what is it? I can't remember.
Like, I mean, that's just...
Well, because when you think about it, like, you can't... And there's no way to not watch a Disney product anymore.
Yeah.
Because everything's fucking Disney product.
Yeah. Just about, man.
Unless you're going to go your entire life of never watching anything superheroes anymore.
Right.
Never watching anything... Well, unless it's DC, but...
Right.
I mean, I want at least a great quality superhero movie at least once
I mean, it's just a matter of time before Disney acquires it.
I know, fucking at this point. Just... Ugh.
Like, all gender roles aside, we could totally make Batman a princess.
He could. He'd be our fairy dark princess.
Like, and then it would... Because it would make sense for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like, she's already a princess.
Like, Princess I know, Diana. Like, the Disney fan base would get a huge fucking hard-on for that.
Oh, my God.
Like, oh, my God, it's an actual person that can fight. And totally, like, forgetting about, like, Mulan and Merida. Like, even Pocahontas to an extent, too.
I know. You know what's funny, though, is that if that were to happen, Wonder Woman would be the very first LGBTQ member of the Princess Squad.
Right.
Because...
Yeah.
She's an Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, she's fought in wars, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Mulan, to be fair, you fought in a war, so we'll give you a break, but she's also fought other dimensional beings who could totally tear a giant asshole in the whole planet. So yeah,
so who's really the cooler princess?
Yeah. Like, then the aliens and predators are just going to hang out with her. That's the cool kids table. Hey, you should totally lasso that bitch up over there. Yeah, like fucking one of the Disney princesses. I'm like, yeah, well, you better watch it, and then just like foreheaded into like the ground, like in the Justice League movie. You know that one scene between her and Superman that they tried to make cool, but it was kind of weird.
I think.
Remember in Justice League where like Superman's all pissed off, and so like they have a forehead bow.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like. That. I was like, this isn't fucking cool. Like, I'm not gonna get... No, it's not a cool scene, because Superman could just fucking fling her ass across the city if he wanted. But no, he's gonna just fucking, okay, forehead, whatever. Like, let's do the scene where he slows down time, like he's going just a little bit faster than Flash to stop him, which that was a pretty cool scene. But no, like, forehead, deadlock scene, whatever. Fuck Justice League. God. Don't even get me dark started down that dark hole of a hatred I have for that movie.
Okay.
And yet, I still like it more than Suicide Squad. So,
I was say I enjoyed Justice League.
I know, I said more than Suicide Squad, so take what you can get with me.
I am, alright. I mean, I did say, unpopular opinion, I actually enjoy the DCEU.
And that's fine, you can enjoy it. Yeah. I'm not going to stop you from enjoying it.
Except for 90% of Suicide Squad.
What percent was good?
Their introductions.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the best part.
Just now you're making me think of how Killer Croc, like, Zoidberged into the fucking Mars. Like, so he's like, don't worry, guys. I got this. And they all
he's like, this is my home.
And, like, everybody looks at him like, we all know how to swim. And he's just like,
just fucking crabs down the fucking waterway.
I was like, way to go, you made Killer Croc look like a stupid bitch. Way to go. Fucking, he was supposed to be the most terrifying one out of the whole group, and now he just looks like a puss. Thanks.
Now it's going to be King Shark.
Yeah.
God, I hope they do him right.
I don't know, man. Fucking,
I have faith in James Gunn.
Expectations are, like, in the Earth's crust at this point, so the only way to go is up at this point. So.
I know, but I mean, I have faith in James Gunn. He knows how to do like squad movies, so and squad is literally in the name.
Like, because DC went up to James Gunn when he was fighting with Marvel. It was like, hey James, you want to work on another team? Like massaging his shoulders. Like, hey James, you want to work on another ragtag team of misfits who like to fight crime but are lovable in their own ways but aren't really heroes? Well, we would like you to tag on a Suicide Squad. And he's like, fuck it, sure, I need a paycheck. And then like him and like Marvel fucking like are working things out, and DC's just like sitting like in their boardroom like drinking champagne, like, oh man, James Gunn is gonna save us. This is great. And then like fucking news comes that like him and Marvel finally patch things up. And they're like, God damn it! And fucking like throw like the champagne across the room. And so like they bought like 10 different types of hookers. Went to fucking James Gunn. Are like, look, you whatever you need, we'll give it to you. Just please don't leave this project.
please don't go.
Please. And they like get on their knees and they're like,
I'll suck you.
All our movies are fucking terrible. Please. We only got Wonder Woman. And James Gunn's like, okay. God.
I never said I was gonna not do it. Me and Marvel work things out.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's what it plays out in my head.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And like the hookers like have to pick up like the guys from DC and be like, it's okay. And James is like, you didn't buy those from me? And they're like, no, we have mother issues.
Baby what, Baba?
Baby what, goo goo. And then like the hookers are like they're fucking work like they're like soothing the DC like office people. And they're just like...
Caressing?
Yeah, caressing. They're like, go to sleep, Mr. Rich Man. Your movies aren't that bad. And then, like, one of the other, like, sex workers looks at her and is just like, don't lie to him.
Yeah, don't lie to him.
Don't fill his head with that nonsense.
Come on, they pay us to tell them the truth.
Like, we're going left and right against, like, Netflix and DC right now. Like,
yeah, that's what you just see the Netflix guy pop his head. Can I join you guys? I got Henry Cavill now.
Henry Cavill?
Yeah,
we know.
We're making a show about Magic the Gathering.
Because that's what everyone wants.
Yep. I want a show about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, you and the other 50 people.
Yep.
That want it.
I so want it right now.
Like,
bad.
Like, be mad at me all you want. I know you're a Magic the Gathering fan, and that's no shade, but let's be honest here. Like, they're filling a small niche as compared to a mass audience, and that, like, business-wise, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of like what happened with World of Warcraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
The movie. Like, they're filling a need for a small niche, but not something that's, like, palpable to a mass audience.
Yeah,
and that makes the difference.
Yeah, I guess. I think they're just trying to get all the fantasies that they can in since Game of Thrones is gone. But it's like, but we're already getting Lord of the Rings on Amazon.
Yeah. and if Amazon keeps up the work they're doing with The Boys, fucking, that's gonna completely dwarf fucking magic.
We're also getting a Game of Thrones fucking spin-offs on HBO.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
So it's like, I mean,
Netflix
I want to see The Witcher, I'm excited for that show, and that trailer made it like was really, really good. Like, I'm excited about it, but at the same time, like, okay, this fantasy is also kind of done out.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer for it.
It's good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. No, again with the no shade department, but Witcher looks really boring to me. like
it's alright. I mean, I'm gonna give the third game a try here pretty soon. But
like the games and everything, like it's cool. I like the lore. It's kind of boring to me.
That's fair.
Like I can only go through so many medieval type of lore. You know, and I'm kind of like burnt out with Game of Thrones and Skyrim lasting as long as it did.
I know.
And fucking, like, even things like Dragon's Dogma, which I still like and I'm going to eventually play again, but, like, eventually, man, you get burnt out.
I get burnt out on fantasy settings pretty fast, too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, that's why I really want to get, like, I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah. Get that Cyberpunk in.
But I think we're talking enough. Like, we really got into it. Like, this is a fucking...
I know.
This is a good one. This is some good conversation. I actually kind of wondering if our listeners are feeling the same way or annoyed with us at this point.
I know there's going to be at least one that's annoyed with us.
It's like, just get to the
Lauren.
Shit. God. Or someone's going to be mad because we talk shit about DC or Netflix. Or I don't know. You never know these days.
Yeah, never know. Everything's triggered.
Triggered Nation 2019.
Whoa.
So, alrighty then. We are talking about movies this week that are based off child games or game show type of premises. So, I mean, we went over this in Monday's episode, but, you know, we got our selections to go through, and this time, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't really have anything to add in, except, sit down, tune in, we're going to talk about some horror. So, who went first last time? Is a good question.
You did.
Did I?
Yep.
So it's your turn this time,
yep,
big guy.
Because we talked about my movie since we both... since we both saw it. I just remember that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah, hold on, I'm pulling up my movie right now.
Okay, I got the DB up.
That's something I love. I fixed my computer.
Well, it's a little late for that, boat.
Well, there we go. Let's just do it in way at the end. Anyway, so, I did my movie off of Funny Games. It was a long movie, but it was good. So the synopsis: 2 psychopathic young men take a family hostage in their cabin. I mean,
way to get creative with it, IMDb.
All right, but it was directed by Michael Haneke, written by Michael Haneke. It stars Naomi Watts, Tim Roth, and Michael Pitt.
Pitt.
Yeah. It was really weird seeing Tim Roth not be like some kind of weird or badass guy. Like, he was just a dad in this movie, and so, like, I just thought that was kind of funny. So, because like, Tim Roth, like, the biggest thing I remember him in is in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
and he usually
Pulp Fiction, The Hateful Eight, I mean...
Yeah, so he usually kind of plays, like, a somewhat badass guy, so it was really weird seeing him just kind of, like...
Well, yeah, and then obviously, the biggest one, Reservoir Dogs.
Yep. So, anyways, one huge con from the beginning is it's a long opening, man. It's a really long opening. Like, you would have went insane.
Probably. Dude, I barely held it together with teeth.
Yeah, it was longer than that. And then fucking they do this one thing that makes me... So they're already, they're rich people. They're going to their boating house.
Right.
And they do this one thing where it makes me hate all rich people. It's this stereotypical thing. So there's classical music playing, and then Eli or Tim Roth and Naomi Watts' characters are talking to each other. They're like, guess what's the song? Who is it? Who's it by? And like they're all like this super cultured, like, oh, I know all this classical music and blah 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 blah. And I don't know why, it just agitated me so much. I was like, man, I can't wait for those kids to start fucking you up already. Like, just because like that annoyed the shit out of me.
Like, okay, to be fair, they have it coming.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so you know something's off from the get-go because when they pull up to the gate, they're waving to their friends and they're trying to talk to them about going boating later in the day. And they're like, yeah, come help us like load the boat down in like 20 minutes. And like you see one of the kids that end up coming to their house later, like standing with the family, and the entire exchange is super awkward and you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, and you don't know until later and you're like, oh shit. But yeah. So that's one of my cons. This movie is really, really slow. So, like, you have to be in it for, like, the slow burn. Like, it's a slow burn of a movie. But it's really good. Like, the tension they build is really, really good. Because something... Anyway, sorry. Before I get to that... so, it's something that adds into the tension. But so how they... Paul and Peter, they're the two sadistic boys, or psychopaths.
Yeah.
So how they get introduced is one of them asks the family for 4 eggs for one of their friends, like one of the family friends.
Right.
And so then he drops all the eggs, and then he asks for 4 more, and then those break, and then he asks for 4 more, and then they just refuse to give him the eggs because he's so weird and so awkward. And then
because he keeps asking for eggs over and over.
Yeah, and just the way but he's really, really polite. It's creepy. And then the second guy comes in, and he's just there all of a sudden when the dog starts barking. You're like, what the shit? Like, the bomb. This is one thing that kind of pissed me off about Naomi Watts' character. She sees the second guy and doesn't like, no, y'all need to get out of my house, like right then and there. Like, she just gets like flustered about the eggs.
Right.
And then Tim Roth's character comes in, and this is the one thing that pissed me off is that she tells him, like, these guys, you need to kick these guys out of our house. But then he doesn't.
Right.
And they even bring that up later in the movie. They're like, you should have listened to your wife and told us to leave immediately. Jesus. And I was like, oh shit. But like, so then they but then shit starts getting real. Like, one of the guys just hits Tim Roth's character right in the knee with a golf club and just busts it open. And so then he's basically useless throughout the rest of the movie. But they're super polite throughout the entire movie. They keep asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Are you comfortable? Do you want, like, and, after, like, torturing this family, they keep being super polite, and it's really creepy. And they're calm. The whole thing.
So then wait, so what is like the game they play with them though?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
So they play a bunch of little games with them because they keep talking about a game. They're like, we don't like this game, blah blah blah, and they're like, we don't know what game you're talking about. And so they start playing Eeny Meeny Miny Mo with who's gonna die in the family, and then they play. They have them play guessing games.
Yeah.
And all kinds of other like little like quick childhood games. So like I said, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, guessing games. They somewhat play Doctor, quote unquote, at one point.
Doctor.
When they're comparing, when they start comparing bodies, like of like who has a better, if the wife is hot or not.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. And it's just super creepy throughout their entire thing. And this is one, so I think this is a remake. This movie is a remake. And I think this is one thing that happens that people didn't like from this movie that they liked in the remake is that there's a bunch of fourth wall breaks, but there's only like a few scenes in this one, while in the other one there's like more fourth wall breaks like in the original, and I guess a lot of people didn't like that. Yeah, and then the husband and wife, they're actually smart. That was a con or a pro for me. There's like one point where the wife, like they're alone, and so they're figuring out like they can try and escape, and the husband is like, put your clothes and shoes on. Like, you might be out there running, you might have to run, so you're gonna need shoes. And I was like, aha! They got it. Yeah, and so I don't want to give away too much, but there's one scene at the very end.
Well, I mean, we can do a spoiler.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's a quick 1 minute spoiler.
All right, I'm getting the timer. Get him right now. Okay,
at the very
end.
You're
Ready.
All right, so spoiler talk in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so at the very end of the movie, so they're all they ended up they kill the son.
Yeah.
At one point earlier in the movie, and so then they capture the wife, and so they have one shotgun shell left because they end up finding a shotgun in the movie. And the wife gets the upper hand and shoots one of the I think she shoots Paul.
Yeah.
Out of the psychopaths, and then Peter, he laughs. He's like, "Oh God, where's the fucking remote?" Like he's laughing, but then he starts getting pissed off, and he finds the remote control and literally rewinds the entire movie.
What?
To before she gets the gun, and then he just takes the gun before she gets it.
What the
he
fuck?
literally breaks the fourth wall and changes the outcome of the movie. I was like, yeah. Dude, it's totally fucking out of the left field, like super fucked up. And like it takes the entire movie, you're full of hope and dread, like just dread, and then you get a small glimpse of hope at that moment, and then it just takes it away. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, and the spoilers. But I don't know how I feel about that, man.
Dude, it's fucked.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
I guess I have to actually watch the movie to decide if I like that or not.
Because like because the entire movie, it's just the reason I know why they made it a long movie. It's a slow burn, really slow burn of a movie, because it's supposed to just slowly take the hope out of you and just make you fill you full of dread, and then you get this small glimpse of hope, and it's just fucking taken away from you, man, in just the most batshit crazy way. And like it's almost like that scene itself like pretty much makes the whole movie like so like really good. So
I mean, also to like point out real quick, it's like a remake and it got a lot of hate because it was a shot for shot remake of the original one.
I wouldn't say shot for shot. I think they changed enough to where like it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
fun fact. Never mind. So I take my fourth wall comments earlier out of question.
So like it's just like I would say don't bring that into this.
No, you got to watch it on its own. That's kind of how I kind of feel about all remakes.
And if you're a fan of the original, like, I mean, give it a try. Like it's still a solid movie. It's a solid adaptation. Yeah. I know that's really hard to make the case for. Like, because the good example against that is Psycho when they did the shot-for-shot remake with Vince Vaughn. But again, it's Naomi Watts and not Vince Vaughn. So
yeah, that's true.
So I mean, that's my argument for it. Point being is watch funny games.
Yeah, I'd say definitely give it a watch. It's definitely worth the one watch, especially for the ending.
Where can everyone catch it?
You can catch Funny Games on Amazon Prime for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So a couple quick trivia before we move on to your movie. Tim Roth has said making this film abused him, and he'll never watch it. He said he was particularly disturbed because Devin Gearhart resembled his own son. Woof. That's hard. Damn. Damn,
boy.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just saying that because once you see the movie, you'll understand why, and I don't blame Tim Roth. As of 2017, this is the only film directed by Michael Haneke to not have had its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
And then... And so when Peter and Paul are trying to guess the age of Anne Naomi Watts, they guess that she is 30 to 37. Watts was in fact 39 at the time. Damn.
Huh.
And then,
can I throw out one?
Yeah.
This is the second time that Michael Pitt has played a character inspired by the real-life murder committed by Leopold and Loeb in 1924. The other role was the character Justin Pendleton in Murder by Numbers.
Oh, this was inspired by real-life murders, huh?
Yeah.
No shit.
They stab people.
Man, I could have used this for the serial killer episode that we're going to do at some point.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, but to win.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was looking to see where else we can catch it. You can also find it on Hulu, but as a HBO add-on, sadly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely give Funny Games a watch. I don't know where you can find the original, because the original is not available on Amazon Prime, even to rent or buy.
I know where you can find it.
I don't know. Google it.
Gorehound's Playground.
Actually, yeah, you could find it at, more than likely could find it at Gorehound's Playground. If not, he'll order it for you.
Yeah, Jeff's a cool guy.
Yes, he is.
He's a good person. I like Jeff. He's a nice dude.
Jeff. Hefe. All right. And what did you watch your movie based off a kid's game? What game?
So, it was between, like always, but it was between two choices I was thinking of, and you kind of convinced me on it, and then actually Jeff also did a little convincing on his part when we were at Gorehounds the other day, and I decided to do Would You Rather, which came out in 2012.
It's a good movie.
The synopsis is, desperate to help her ailing brother, a young woman unknowingly agrees to compete in a deadly game of Would You Rather, hosted by a sadistic aristocrat. Again, like, you went in more in detail with this one, but, like, just...
Funny Games is just two psychopaths going to house.
Just, come on. You're killing me, man. Directed by David Guy Levy, written by Stefan... Oh, fucking shit. I'm not gonna...
Schlocksteinhofen.
Is that literally what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Schlocksteinhofen.
good job, man, because I saw that and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck that one up. It was a Schlock. Schlocksteinhofen. Anyways, written by Stefan Schlocksteinhofen. I figured that out by myself.
Nice. Sure you did there, but I didn't know my mind. Do you get it?
Stars Brittany Snow, this June Squibb, and Jeffrey Combs. So, I'm going to tell you this right now. Flat out, first thing going forward is that this is way more tame than Funny Games.
Yeah.
Like, it might not look as such with, like, the cover art for Would You Rather, but trust me, it is. So, talking about when I watch this movie, I mean, it's going to go back and forth with my pros and cons here, but I'm going to make the case for it. So, it's an almost good intro to the beginning of the movie, where it's like setting up with like the background of the protagonist of, you know, that she has a brother who has an alien sickness that could be terminal for all we know, but it's just really hard right now. Mm-hmm. And so like it sets this up, you know, she's in this job interview trying to get a job to help pay for the medical bills.
Yeah.
And then where it stops being an almost good intro is that because what I liked about that is that they were doing the opening credits as she was doing her job interview, giving the background. So it was like a nice transition into the story, and then it goes to the opening credits, which is a close up of the human X-ray. Like it's an X-ray of a human, and they get a close up, and it is not entertaining. It is a boring intro. They had a good intro with her in the interview. Like it was setting up our protagonist's background. Like they could have kept doing that as she like went home to take care of her brother and whatnot. Like, and right. it's just kind of annoying. It's just fucking like if you're gonna do the close up of a human X-ray, then just do that. Okay. Like if you're gonna make me sit through the shit, at least like fucking throw it out in the front and in the beginning. And I don't know, man. It just really bums me out on that one.
Yeah.
But more of a pro than it is a con. There is actually a solid cast choices throughout this entire movie. There's a lot of like great cast members that I've enjoyed watching in prior films or pieces of work.
Yeah, like Crabtree. Is that his name?
I mean, because Johnny Coyne's in it, Lawrence Gillett Jr., Enver Gojkak. I fucking said it right. We're just gonna say I did. Sasha Gray's in it. John Hurd, Charlie Hoffheimer. Like, there's even Robin Lord Taylor's in this fucking movie.
Yeah. And
I was really surprised by that, because, like, Robin Lord Taylor plays a perfect psycho.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever seen Gotham, he's a Penguin in that. Yep. But fucking... And he's also in one of my more underappreciated comedy movies, Accepted.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's the neurotic ADHD kid.
The one who thinks he could set things on fire with his mind?
No. It's the one... It's like the first, like, guy at the college. He's
okay.
Yeah, and he's just like, hi! Like, he's just, like, really nervous.
Yeah.
Because he's hopped up on, like, ADHD medication or whatever. And fucking, so, like... There's actually like there's solid casting throughout the entire movie, and I like that a lot. You know, and what I like about the antagonist of this movie is that he's like a manipulative, mad genius. Like, they found the right guy to play the right part for hosting this terrible Would You Rather game. And so what we find out is that he meets up with a former contestant of the game, which is the former winner. And this is when Brittany Snow's character gets involved with the Would You Rather. So she basically gets invited to a dinner by the aristocrat to come to this dinner, and he says he will take away and solve all of her money issues.
Yeah.
And so she goes to this dinner, and he's hosting it, and he's just very, like, even though he's not the most intense of antagonists, I do really enjoy how he incorporates his sense of upper-class culture into every single one of his interactions, because it makes you hate him more, because he definitely purposely comes off as pandering. Like, there's a scene where one character who is a recovering alcoholic, he tells him to drink a glass of wine or drink a whole bottle of scotch.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're a recovering alcoholic, aren't you not? And the guy's like, well, that's none of your business. And he's like, well, you're asking me for money, so I think it is.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh, you're a dick.
Yeah.
You're a fucking dick. So, like, I like that. Like, he's a good villain.
Because I like this movie. I thought the casting was great too.
Yeah, it was a solid
just
casting.
Him as the villain's really good.
Yeah, him and Robin Lord Taylor as villains are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I also am really glad that not every character that's involved in the dinner is supposed to be someone you're rooting for. So Brittany Snow comes to this dinner, and there's, you know, they're all waiting in the lounge living room, and they're all having drinks, getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And so we kind of get the spiel of like each character, like. And, you know, when this becomes a great example is when they're finally sitting at the table and shit goes haywire, and, you know, our antagonist is like, we're playing the game now. It's called Would You Rather, and you have to actually follow through with whatever choice you make.
Yeah.
And then he gives them, like, one chance to leave, and the chance that they try to, and they don't do it, right? And so finally he introduces, like, the first fucked up challenge, which is for them to electrocute themselves, decide who gets electrocuted, or they have to electrocute themselves, right? And so one of the guys gets up to tries to leave, and like they fucking like shoot him. So it's no spoiler because I didn't tell you who it is.
Yeah.
But like they fucking shoot him, so he follows through with it. So like very quickly you start to see the dynamic of the whole room change, where it's like who stays trying to be a good, decent person and who's going into survival mode.
Yeah.
And so, like, where this is a good example, like, where you're not supposed to like each character because it's supposed to be about survival, is Sasha Grey's character. Because, like, from early on, like, she's just like, I'll fucking stab someone, I'll electrocute someone. Because, like, during the electrocution scene, like, they're like, okay, you either electrocute yourself or electrocute the person in front of you. And, like, without hesitation, electrocutes the person in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, she knows it's about a survival. So, like, you're not supposed to be rooting for her, but then again, that's the whole point of the game. And I liked that. I liked that they divided up the characters each way like that. It was awesome. I also am really glad that they did explore the option of trying to escape from their situation with massive numbers.
Yeah.
And, like, the movie, like, it shows what happens when they do that. And I mean, it's so fucking good how they do it, because it adds more like fear and suspense to it.
Yeah.
In that aspect, because there's a lot of these situations where you don't see that happen, where they more so just like stay quiet and only one person stands up, and that one person gets like executed.
Yeah.
Right, but like all of them actually do it. Like even Sasha Grey's character kind of like does it too. Mm-hmm. Like, she's not the most helpful teammate, but she gets up too. But fucking... So, yeah, I like that they do that, because it definitely added to the fear of it. It also does not take time reaching to its kind of final confrontation. Now, before I touch on that, because that's going to be my piece of resistance to my review, I want to go over my cons really quick. So, I'm going to tell you right now, one thing that's really kind of bad about this is if you've seen these type of movies before... it follows the basic same setup as these other type of movies that have done it before. So, like, 13 Sins. Like, it does it really well. Like, it doesn't do it really well, but it follows that same format where it's just like person on the downtrodden is trying to get money for someone or trying to fix their situation, is willing to get a handout, but they have to do fucked up things to do it. So they start by doing something that goes against their values by eating something that they shouldn't.
Yeah. And
then after that, the challenges increases each time. And so you're just kind of like, oh, I've seen this before. So
yeah,
like the surprise element goes out the window pretty quick with that. And some of the acting and character interaction can be hit or miss. Like, and I'm sure I'm not singling her out because I think it's not John Hurd. What's his name? I'm trying to remember. He's from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Fucking God, what's his goddamn name? Well, anyway, so like, I'm not trying to single out like Sasha Grey here or anything, but like, so her character, like, Rob Wells, that's it, Rob Wells. Rob Wells and her, like, there's moments in the movie where it's like their acting's pretty on point. There's some point where it's just like, it feels like they're trying to act. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of stale here and there, but it gets better throughout the movie. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a con. And also some of the challenges are actually funny, and less terrifying. Like, so one character, has to do a challenge where he has to hold a firecracker.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be intense, and it actually comes off more funny than anything.
Yeah. Well, he's holding C4.
It's not C4.
Yeah.
No, it's like dynamite, dude.
Oh yeah, dynamite.
It's like a little M80. Anyways, but fucking, it's just funny. So some of the challenges are less like, and more like, so like I laughed a couple times.
You can tell with the challenges that it was done on a budget.
No, I know, and I mean, like, I'm not gonna hold that against it. I'm just saying it doesn't really add to the terrifying nature of it. So, yeah. I do have to do a couple WTFs, but I'll do that after I finish talking about the ending conclusion here of the movie and why it's a pro. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to skip ahead if you don't want it to be spoiled for you in 3, 2... So it comes down to Brittany Snow's character and the guy that she's basically like kind of, stuck in this shithole with.
Yeah.
In this shit situation. And it comes down to just the two of them, and they give her a dueling pistol. And they're like, you can either walk away, both of you walk away free, empty-handed, or you kill him and all your troubles go away.
Yep, and you get the money.
And so, like, he tries to talk to her, and, like, it sets up this scene where it's going to be, fucking, like, an intense scene, like, you have to do it, I know you don't want to, kind of scene. And it starts out like that. He's like, I'm here because of my sisters. And as he's, like, trying to tell her, she just shoots him instantly.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
like
just
that.
And I'm like, right on, because that's fucking human nature.
Yep.
Right there, like, trying to survive at that moment. And then we get spoiled to the fact that, like, her brother ends up dying at the end anyways.
Yeah.
And so, and that kind of, like, takes away from it near the end, but, I mean, you take that for what you will. That was the end of the spoilers, but, I mean...
I will say I did see the ending coming.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I do think they should have left with the final confrontation that they had.
Yeah, like, that's where it should have ended.
Yeah, what needed to happen afterwards happens afterwards, and it's a little bit of a better ending, because it felt like the twist they had was just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it just feels rushed. A little shoehorned in there. Now, I mean, don't let that take away from seeing this movie. It's still a good movie. It's still a good, like, horror movie that's based on a game, and my two WTF things is, so, like, the guy who's a recovering alcoholic, I get, like, he's drunk off of scotch, but he, when the aristocrat is basically given the chance to walk away, like, the dude already has, like, $50,000 in cold hard cash, and I'm just like, dude, you should have walked away.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that seems like a no shit scenario. Like, get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Right? And then... So there's this old lady in there who goes by the name of Linda, and she's paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, Linda.
And so, like, Rob Wells' character, fucking, like, he either has to keep whipping another person who's just, like, been, like, whipped over. Shillelagh'd, over, like, what is it, like, probably 20-ish times.
Yeah,
until the dude's, like, bleeding and he's in pain. Or he has to stab someone. So he looks at Linda, the old lady, and he's like, look, I gotta stab you. I'm gonna do it in the legs because you don't have feeling anymore. And she's like freaking out, right? And he's like, look, it's all about working together, right? We were talking about that. And she's like, good point. So he's like, yeah, take one for the team. And they keep telling him, don't hit an artery. And sure enough, like, he fucking stabs her and, like, it starts bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
And it's so goddamn funny because she's like, what happened?
Yeah, that part was pretty funny.
Like, and he's just like, oh, fuck.
Shit.
And they're like, what do I do? And he's just like, take your belt out, cut off the circulation. Fuck, do I put it below or above the wound? I put it above. Shit! It's just like, okay, this is way more funny than it should have been.
Yeah.
So it was just really fucking funny. But, I mean, I fucking love the shit out of this movie. It's definitely worth your time because it's less intense than, like, the torture porn that, you know, Saw brings to the table or Hostel. And it's definitely, like, a good kind of, like, warmer up for, like, funny games.
Yeah, I would say that too, especially because, like, Would You Rather is definitely faster.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a good, honestly, I would say it's a good watch either before or after Funny Games. Because like I said, Funny Games is a slow burn, but it's worth the watch. Because, like, you just get into it and you just feel the dread. And that's why I really liked it.
Oh, no, I mean, I completely agree, man. Like, it's still definitely worth...
I would say twist ending wise, Funny Games will get you.
Yeah,
get you.
Yeah, like it doesn't pull out of left field like fucking Funny Games does. Or yeah, did I say that right?
Yeah, Funny Games has the more like out of nowhere twist.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I fucked that up.
I don't know. So, anyways, some trivia.
Well, and real quick, you can get Would You Rather right now on Netflix if you have a Netflix account, or you can rent it from Amazon, for I think about $3.99. I could be mistaken. So
or $2 from
Gorehounds Playground. Yep. So, few interesting trivia facts. So, the film's presenting production company, the Lambert Foundation, has the same name as its fictional family foundation. Wow. Lawrence Gill Jr., Enver Gocek, and Logan Miller and Robin Lord Taylor have all appeared on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Lawrence Giller Jr., who plays Dr. Baden, starred in The Wire as D'Angelo Barksdale, and executive producer Andre Royo played Bubbles. That's fucking funny.
Robin Lord Taylor, Jeffrey Combs, and Johnny Coyne would all go on to co-star in the Gotham episode Gotham Red Hood.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So ending statements. So if you want to keep up with everything we're doing and like us and follow us, please search us and like us and follow us on Facebook at Punk Rock Horror Podcast, or on our Twitter, official PRHP, or
on Instagram, Punk Rock Horror Podcast, #PRHP Podcast.
If you would, please, if you want to consider supporting us, please go over to our Patreon, and for just $2 a month, you'll get access to episodes before anyone else. That includes not just our content, but also the Paranormal Princess podcast, and also the Punk Rock Half Hour Power, where Lala continues the discussion of the week and gives her perspective on it with her one and only awesome co-host, Gwenny. And, you know, with that being said, we also have a huge show coming up October 5th.
Yes, we do.
So it's going to be here in Fort Collins, Colorado. We're teaming up with Gorehounds Playground as a night returning to the movie theater in the 80s. So we're not going to really specifically pick an 80s film, but we might pick an 80s film. The only way to find out is by coming. Yeah. And admission's $8 is $8 a ticket, but your admission covers drinks, snacks, and popcorn for the night. There will be giveaways. Hosted by Gorehounds and also hosted by Colorado Punk Rock Army. We're going to be giving away some free merch.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting night. Please come out. You're going to see us record live and get to see a live movie showing that won't be available to be seen on our YouTube or anywhere else.
No. So you're going to have to come to the live show to get this experience.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And Gorehounds has the perfect seating arrangement and everything. Basically we hope to see all you ghouls and gals out there coming and support us and seeing us live. And if you're from another state, I hope you're willing to cross state lines for us.
That'd be dope.
We might actually take you out and buy you a beer. But the only way to do that is you actually got to come to the show.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I don't think we got anything else, man. What do you think?
No, I think we're good.
Well, ghouls and gals, creeps and mutants, thank you for sitting with us again and talking about horror with us. And we will talk about all the creepy things that we love with you next time.
Bye.
Bye.